Hi, and welcome to the weekly reading for Monday, January 28th, 2019. So with these weekly readings, what I do is I look for the energies and the dynamic, what's going to go on for the next 7 days, okay? And we're just gonna go through that real quick and see what to expect, okay? Even though this is dated for Monday the 28th, this is timeless. You can watch it at any given time and just apply it to the next 7 days, okay? I also want to mention that this is going up a little bit late, so it probably won't be available until Tuesday. So again, this is we're talking about the next 7 days from the point in which you watch the recording, okay? So let me go ahead and tell you your piles. Pile number 1 is the Persian Cat. Pile number 2 is the gray Tabby Cat. Pile number 3 is the black and white Tuxedo Cat. Pile number 4 is the gray cat. Pile number 5 is the orange cat, or as my partner likes to call, the Garfield cat. And pile number 6 is the Siamese Cat. Okay, so while you guys are looking at those and making your decision about which pile you want to pick, I just want to go ahead and say everything you need to know about me is in the description. If you would like a private reading, all the information there is there, okay? Let's go ahead and start. So if you haven't picked, go ahead and pause the video now. Otherwise, we're going to start with pile number 1. I'm going to get some of these piles out of the way here so that we can focus on your pile. Okay, so those of you who picked the Persian Cat. All right, so you have the Hierophant, you've got the 7 of Wands, and you've got the World. Wow. Wow, that's pretty good here. Then we've got the Scythe and the Whip and Broom. So you're gonna be doing things a little bit differently this week than usual, okay? We've got cutting away from the routine, and we've got service. I feel good when I help others. Okay, so this is what you can look for this week. You're gonna get something, and I feel like this is in the material world, okay? I feel like this is like maybe job, money, or an object, okay? You're gonna get something that, it's like it's gonna help you out. It's like, I don't know, like for example, if it was me, maybe I'd get a new camera, something like that, okay? It's just something that's gonna help you out, either with your job or with a creative pursuit or something like that. You're gonna get a tool to help you out, okay? So that's what that is. We've got this 7 of Wands, and I see this as 2 different ways, okay? Sometimes I see it as somebody who's kind of like defending themselves, and sometimes I see it as somebody who's like really prepared, okay? I feel like because of the cards around this, you're going to be feeling really prepared for something too. So some of you guys might have a test this week that you're going to do really well on, or maybe you have some kind of like a job interview or some kind of performance that you're gonna need to do. Maybe you're going out on a date and you feel like you've really, you really got this, that kind of thing. It's just you're feeling really prepared. You're feeling like you can totally do this, all right? And then we've got the Hierophant. So I see, this always comes up when there's something going on in the social sphere, okay? So, or at least that's the way that I interpret it, and that's the way it's reading for me here, is like, this is something having to do with some kind of institution, like going out, going to, for example, going to the mall, going to school, going to a university, going to maybe a religious ceremony, something like that is kind of official, this is kind of like an institution. It might be going to a job, that kind of thing, but this is going to be different than other weeks, okay? So there's something new having to do with that. I'm getting for some of you guys, this is going to be somebody who's going to come into your life that's going to be like a teacher or a guide, okay? And for those of you, it would be very, very obvious. This would be like a spiritual teacher. This would not be like a professor or a teacher like that. This would be like a spiritual teacher, okay? And I'm only getting that that's applying for a few of you, okay? The service card lets me know that you're going to have opportunities to help other people this week, but it's not necessarily that that's what you're going to do. It's just that you're going to have opportunities to do that. And if you say yes to those opportunities, you're going to feel a lot better this week than if you say no, okay? So I would say that these opportunities to serve others, of course, we always say, well, you want to do good in the world, and you want to spread love, and you want to be, you know, that person, right? But sometimes we'll get into situations where we can help, but it's like maybe we're too busy, or, you know, maybe we feel like we don't have enough time, or we're, you know, maybe like our back's hurting and we don't want to help because of that. You know, it could be anything. I would say, you know, be aware that you have these opportunities and go ahead and take advantage of them, because it will help you feel like a better person this week, okay? And then we have something here about cutting out at routine. So for those of you who like routine and discipline and that kind of thing, one of those people that's like me, you know, something unexpected is going to happen. Prepare, you know, watch out for that. I don't think it's going to be bad, though. I'm not getting anything negative about it. I'm just getting that there's going to be something unexpected. And it could actually be this thing that you're doing, okay, right here. But, and, you know, and those of you who get, you know, kind of bored with routines, like, you know, come on, something new. I want something new to happen, that kind of thing. You guys will be happy because something new will definitely happen, okay? So it's like, I don't know, it's like there's something that you usually do. It feels like a chore. It feels like it's very, like, again, it feels tedious and you don't have to do it. You find out you don't have to do it, or you find out that you get to do something completely different that's like new and fun. All right, so it looks like your week is going to be good and productive. Just remember, do those acts of service. I mean, they really do change the way that you feel about yourself. All right, those of you who picked the gray tabby cat, here is your reading. We've got the Page of Wands. We have the Seven of Swords. We've got the Knight of Swords. Okay. We have the Anchor and the Snake, and then we have Envy. Okay, well, that makes sense with the snake there. Okay, so first off, you're going to be feeling like starting like like something very new. Okay, this would be like a new hobby, it could even be a new job. Okay, this is like something that you feel really passionate about, something that you really want, you know, something you've been thinking about for a while. It could be something having to do with creative endeavor. So this could be like music, writing, you know, art, that kind of thing, singing, you know, that kind of thing. And then we've got the Seven of Swords, okay? So I feel like there's somebody in your life that's like kind of trying to get more out of you than you can give, okay? So I kind of feel like those of you who picked this pile are people who like are probably empathic, okay? Empaths, where you know, like, there's something about you that helps people feel so much better when they're around you, okay? And that's great. That's really positive and awesome. There's something about you that feels almost like you're not going to pass judgment, you know, and you're really open. And it almost even feels like people think that you have more time than you actually do, okay? And with this card and with the snake, which I'll get to, I feel like people take advantage of that. And it's like, for example, you might have, you know, a few people that just always come to you for advice, but it feels like it's not, like it's one-sided. Like, people always come to you for advice, but they don't ever really give you advice, that kind of thing. And they just take, you know, they feel, it's like, I call them emotional vampires. I know other people call them that too, but that's one way that I refer to them. It's just people that kind of steal your energy when you talk to them, okay? I just want to let you know that that person's coming up twice here. So I think that you've got to be really aware of where you're allotting your energy when it comes to socializing and when it comes to giving out, you know, giving out your, basically your resources, that kind of thing. Like, I don't mean that you're physically giving things to people, although you might be. I'm just getting that it's more like an energy exchange, and it's like you're not getting much energy back, you know? And it's not because you're like introverted, for example. This is somebody like sucking it from you, that kind of thing. Be careful about that, okay? You need to get away from that, or you need to at least set some boundaries and say, you know, hey, I can talk to you for 15 minutes, but I'm not going to talk to you any more than that because I don't have enough time. Or you can say, you know what, I'm really focusing on myself this week, you know, or something like that, okay? You've also got the Knight of Swords. That lets me know that you're going to, okay, this is going to be for some of you, you're going to be getting a message really quick. Okay, so this would be at the very beginning of the week. I would say by Thursday at the very latest. Okay, you're going to be getting a message real quick. at the beginning of the week. So, you know, look for that. Those of you who that doesn't apply to, this is going to be kind of like you charging forward when it comes to this new creative endeavor that you have. You know, at least that's the way it's coming out for me. It could be like a passionate gesture, you know, this is like passion, creativity, you know, that kind of energy. Starting something new that, you know, you've been thinking about though, okay? So with the snake and the anchor, it's basically exactly what I'm getting with this card, but it's like, it's kind of said in a different way. It's like you've got your stability here with your anchor, okay? You're anchored down in maybe your beliefs, your understanding, okay? And you've got this snake here, okay? The snake represents the person that's like eating away at that, trying to take that from you. You know, I'm being told, for those of you who know the Lenormand, I understand that the mice is what does that, but the way that I'm getting this is intuitively. And so, I just wanted to mention that, you know, yes, I know how to read Lenormand, but this feels like somebody who's trying to take something from you, okay? And they're trying to take something because they're really jealous of you. So really be aware of this, because it's like this whole reading feels like it's revolving around that, and then this like new thing that you're going to be doing, okay? So here's the new thing, you know, you're going to be charging at it, you know, or you're going to be getting some kind of message, okay? And then we've got the Page of Wands letting us know that there's creative endeavor. It's going to come, it's going to be, you know, really like kind of fiery and passionate, something you've been thinking about, you know. Then we've got this energy here that just feels like somebody's trying to take energy away from you. That's the way it feels to me. So really just be aware. I mean, for some of it could be a male or a female. I'm not getting anything about, you know, the gender or anything like that. I'm just getting that there's somebody in your life that's trying to drain you, and you've just got to put up some boundaries there, because otherwise they're just going to be taking too much, and you're not going to have the energy to deal with day-to-day things. And I mean that literally, like day-to-day things will be difficult for you to deal with if you keep giving your energy to this person or to this situation. It might be something that's bothering you, but they're not doing you right, and I mean, I don't even feel like some of them are even aware of it, okay? I feel like some of them aren't even aware of it. It's just the way they are. And they've just kind of latched onto you because they feel that you're the kind of person that they can do that with. Or somehow they've been taught to do that. But I just feel like there's just somebody that's just not, it's just not good, you know? And I think you probably know who it is. Because, like, seriously, if I had somebody like this in my life, I would definitely know, you know? So I feel like it would be very obvious, but just to remember that they're really envious of where you are in your life right now. They compare themselves to you a lot, okay? Alrighty. Hi, number 3. Those of you who picked the Tuxedo Cat, let's look at your week. Okay, it's gonna be very sweet. Right, and we've got the Moon and Justice. Okay, wow, this is really nice, because you've got 2 major arcana cards, so this is going to be a pretty big week, a reasonably big week. We've got something sweet, you know, maybe from your past. This could be somebody from your past coming forward and wanting to talk to you, or this could be like your relationship stabling out a little bit. Okay, so those of you who are in a relationship, this means that your relationship's going to stable out. And those of you who aren't in a relationship, this is like something sweet from your past, or maybe somebody that you're interested in that you've known for a while is going to be coming forward. Maybe it's like, it feels so sweet though. Okay, so you're going to be experiencing some kind of connection with somebody that's very sweet. We've got the Moon, which I mean, sometimes I get very clearly, you know, different messages with the Moon, but for me, I'm getting that the Moon is like, you're feeling really super intuitive, and you're getting really creative, especially at nighttime, that kind of thing. It's okay to stay up a couple of hours late, for example, this week, because it's like you're working on something inside of yourself, or you're doing some kind of important soul work, okay? I know that might sound like really ridiculous and vague to some of you guys, but that's how it's coming across to me. We also have Justice, okay? So not only do I feel like things are going to feel more fair for you this week, but I'm also getting that, like, there's going to be some kind of truth that's coming to light. And, you know, usually the Moon, you know, for me, when I look at it, I think about it like kind of hiding the truth, you know, or that there's like something shadowy there. But I'm getting actually, no, the truth is going to be very, you know, it's going to be revealed to you. It could be connected with this energy right here. Okay, we also have the Cross and the Luck. Okay, so what I feel is that there's been something that's been really kind of weighing on your mind, something that you've been carrying around with you. It just feels like this has been a burden for you, okay? And it's just been something that you can't really escape, and it's not... I don't even feel like it's necessarily negative for some of you guys. I just feel like it's just something happened and you've been thinking about it, okay? Or it's like something that you've been like carrying around inside of your psyche for a while, and you know, and you don't even realize that it's weighing you down, but it is. Like maybe that internal voice that says some of those things that we don't really like to think about because, well, first off, they're not true, and second, because it just, you know, it eats at our self-esteem, that kind of thing. Okay, so with this particular, for those of you who picked this pile, I feel like that is going to lift a little this week, okay? You're going to start feeling that lift away. So not only are you going to become more aware of it, if you don't know what I'm talking about now, you're going to become more aware of what this thing that you've been carrying around with you. But also it's gonna get lighter, okay? You're gonna start seeing how you don't have to, like, how the weight of carrying it isn't as rough, okay? And then your last card is Success. So, you're going to be experiencing some kind of success this week. That's great. That really looks great. So it looks like this week is really balanced, okay? Because we have, you know, something sweet going on with interacting with people. We have some, you know, like soul work going on. We've got something that's like fair and it's true. You know, the truth is you're really going to be interacting with a lot of truth, okay, this week, okay? So it's like, you know, if there's something that's kind of not certain right now in your life, you're gonna find that you're gonna get that certainty, okay? And then we've got a burden lifting just a little bit, you know, it's just gonna feel like it's getting a little bit lighter, and then we've got Success. So you guys have a really, really positive week here, okay? It really feels solid, it feels good, so look forward to that. Alrighty? Okay, those of you who picked the gray cat, number 4s, here is your reading for the week. Oh my goodness, the 2 of Cups, the Ace of Swords, and the 10 of Pentacles. Oh my goodness, here. We've got the House and the Path, and we've got Love. My gosh. Well, this is going to be great. This is like a really easy reading. It's nice when things come out this clear. So the 2 of Cups lets me know that this is going to be a week that you're going to really be focusing on your relationship. You're really going to be focusing on your person, okay? If you're not in a relationship, this is like maybe a crush or somebody that you've went on a date with or somebody you've been thinking about. That's what you're going to be focusing on, okay? We've got Love going on here. So like your relationship is going to be like your relationship, the way that you interact with people that you're attracted to and that you would like to bring into your life, it's going to be like raised. It's almost like you've got a superpower this week in love, okay? So that's great. That's great. With the Ace of Swords combined with that, we've got like, you know, you can expect something very reasonable, okay, from this situation, okay? You can expect that something is going to happen that's going to kind of start this a little bit, okay? So be looking for like an opportunity to like move forward in this relationship or move forward in a situation where you'd like to be with somebody, okay? Because you're really fortunate this week. I also see some affluence here, okay? So I see for some of you, this is like you're doing really well financially and you're going to continue to do well, okay? But then for others, I'm getting like this is kind of like an overabundance, or this is like it's like multiplying on this energy here. So for some of you, it's going to be like like I said, you think you have a superpower in love this week, but for others, it's gonna be like not only do you have this superpower, but it's like you've got it coming towards you as well. Okay, so I feel like this has more to do with what's coming towards you and what you have, whereas this is more like what's in between you and somebody else. Okay. And then we've got intimacy and a path, okay? So I feel like, you know, like with the house, you know, we take people into our homes that we want to be close with, that we're willing to kind of put into our, like, little circle, okay? So the house lets me know that you're going to have like a choice. You have choices about who you want to be intimate with, about who you want to bring in there. So I feel like even with this energy, especially how I feel like this energy is about one person, I still feel like you're going to have a choice to make when it comes to intimacy. So this week is definitely going to be around love, okay? And then, you know, we've got this Ten of Pentacles just kind of sticking out here. Again, it has to do with affluence. It has to do with abundance. So that's what you can expect. It looks good. It looks really good. You guys have you've got the best one so far, at least. Alrighty. Okay, hi, those of you who picked the orange cat, pile number 5. Okay, we've got the 8 of Swords, we've got the 10 of Cups, and we've got the 7 of Coins. Okay, we've got the Fish and the Key, and we have Honesty. All right, so you're gonna have a very, very well-rounded week here. Be mindful of where your mind is right now, because I feel like you're a little bit prone to worrying right now, okay? Now, I mean, this could probably come up in every single one, and it would probably apply to some of the people that are watching, but I feel like for you guys especially, for those of you who picked this pile, it's like your mind's almost going in overdrive when you're thinking about, like when you're thinking about a situation. This is like overanalyzing. This is kind of getting stuck in circular logic, that kind of thing. Try to take a step back and take a breather and then let the answer come to you. Let the answer reveal itself, for example, instead of you feeling like you have to figure it out. Because I really feel like you already know. And I also feel like I'm being very vague and speaking very weirdly, so I hope that this resonates with you guys. But I feel like you already know the answer to this situation that you've been contemplating so much, and you just have to stop thinking in order for it to come to you, which, I mean, it's like, I guess that's easier said than done, but that's what I'm getting, okay? You have a really bright future ahead of you, and I think that you're going to start seeing indications of that this week. Now, this could have to do with love and relationships. It usually does when it has to do with cups, but I feel like it's more of a general, like, you're on the path to really become successful, and you start to see that this week. You start to see how things can fall into place, okay? I do feel like you're going to be taking like a little break when it comes to finances, and I don't mean that necessarily you're going to take time off. You might, but I feel like you're going to take a break and kind of reassess where you are financially. For those of us in the United States, you might be doing your taxes. It could be something like that, and it's like you're going to be you're going to be able to like come to the conclusion that, you know, you have some plans with your money, okay? Because like the fish represents money, okay? And you've got the key, you know, you've got the answer to what you should do with money. Now, I do have to say that this doesn't feel like it has anything to do with the money issues, okay? This feels like it's completely separate from this. So whatever it is you're thinking about when it comes to money, when it comes to earthly matters and wealth and material stuff, okay, resources, that kind of thing, this is a separate thing. This is something else, okay? But basically, it's like you're just reassessing it, looking at it, you know, making plans for the future and that kind of thing, and you'll be able to do what you want there, okay? It's because I'm not getting anything negative here. I'm just getting that you're going to do this, okay? And then we've got honesty out here. You know, sometimes we'll get into a situation, we'll want to like kind of, you know, maybe stretch the truth a little bit, or we might get into a situation where, you know, it's like we're supposed to be honest, and it's like maybe it's a little uncomfortable to express that. You guys, this time, really just be honest, okay? And seriously, I'm not judging at all. I know that different people have different levels of comfortability when it comes to interacting with people. Just, there's something that's gonna come up. You're gonna feel like not being completely honest there. Be honest, okay? Because that's the way to be for this, okay? So, it looks like your week is going to be fine. All right, those of you who picked pile number 6, the Siamese Cat, here is your reading. Okay, you've got the Emperor, you've got the 4 of Wands, Judgment. Oh, wow. You've got the Lilies and the Garden, and we have Friendship. Okay, so I just want to read this. I understand that a friend is in my life for a reason. Okay, I'm totally getting this intuitively, okay? So For some of you, this is going to apply, and for others, this is going to be read in a more traditional way, okay? You know, I read for the week, so we're looking at the next 7 days, right? I feel like for some of you, those of you who are women who are interested in a male who is your friend, okay? For some of you, this person's going to come forward and is going to let you know that they have very strong feelings for you, and they're going to come forward in a very sexual way. Now, for some of you guys, that's going to be good. That's what you want, right? And for others, you know, it's like you want a little bit more substance there. Now, there is that friendship there, so there is caring, there is that foundation and all of that. But this person is finding you so attractive. It's like they're going to make a pass at you. They're going to do something or say something. It's going to probably be in a public place, okay? For all of those that doesn't apply to, and also for those people it does, here's what this reading means, okay? So this week we've got a lot of masculine energy coming out. So you're going to be feeling like you're enacting with a lot of discipline. You've got, it's like you are, you're on top of things, and you are able to, it's like you feel like you're a boss, you know, like you can actually like tell people what to do, that kind of thing. It's weird because it's like, I feel like it's almost like a role-playing thing, but it's not. It's like you actually are in control, okay? So the way it's coming up is like it's very disciplined. It's very like you can direct other people. You can delegate things. Maybe that's a better way of saying that, bossy. And also for some of you guys, I also just feel that there's this like ambition that you have that is really pushing you forward. So I mean, this is very, very positive. Okay. So take advantage of that energy while it's here for you, okay? We're also getting that, like, there's going to be some kind of celebration, you know? It seems to me like last week we talked about this, or like in a really recent reading we talked about some kind of celebration that might be coming up, like planning a wedding, that kind of stuff. I just feel like this, in this reading, has to do more with just being prepared. Like, prepare yourself for something new to come along that's going to be really, like, it's going to be very meaningful, okay? All right, and then we've got the Judgment card. The way that I'm interpreting this in this particular reading is that feels like you're being called to do something, okay? It feels like you're being called to take a stand on something, maybe. For some of you, I feel like it's like kind of like a belief system kind of thing. For some of you, it's going to be like you feel called to be there for a friend or somebody who you're interested in, that kind of thing. For some of you, it's just going to be a simple act of service that you're going to be doing for somebody, okay? But it's just, you're gonna feel a call to do something. And what I would suggest to you guys, of course, you can do what you want, but what I'd suggest is go ahead to say yes to that, because it's going to really make you feel good, okay? And I had almost verbatim the same kind of message for another one of these groups. So I do want to mention that it feels like that kind of energy is really around my viewers this week, okay? All right, so about these lilies. The lilies represent sex, you know? There's just no good way to put it other than that, you know? And we've got the garden. So the way that I interpret this, and the way that most people would, who read Lenormand, would say, you know, somebody maybe in a public space is going to let you know that they're sexually interested in you, and that kind of thing. I'm going to interpret it a little bit differently, although that might be true for you guys. What I feel like is that you've got like a budding sexuality here between you and somebody else. Like I said, for some of you guys at the beginning, this might be somebody who actually feels sexually towards you, and it's like that sexuality is going to start growing, okay? Because we've got the garden. First we have the flowers, and then we've got the garden, right? It's going to just start growing between the two of you. That attraction, that chemistry, it's like going to grow into not just sexuality, but it's going to also grow into like a really strong feeling, a really strong connection, that kind of thing. And then you've got this friendship here. This might be connected to that, okay? Again, you know, you're gonna have to apply it to your own life, you know, because I'm reading for a group. I'm not doing private reading right now. So this is gonna have to apply to your life. It could be a friend here, okay? It could be a friend that you're being called to help out. It could be a friend that you're delegating tasks to, right? But friendship is going to be a really important theme this week, okay? So make sure that you're kind of, you know, asking yourself, what does it mean to be a good friend? What is a good friend to me? And also asking yourself, what can I do to be a better friend to other people, okay? Now, I'm very, very introverted, so I understand some people just don't have a whole lot of friends, you know, because like when I think about my friends, I'm like, okay, well, I've got my partner, my best friend, and my brother and sister, you know, and that's pretty much it. I mean, it's not, I have more friends than that, but I mean, those are the people that I'm really close to, you know, those are the people that I actually consider friends, you know. So it's like, you know, one thing that I might think if I pick this pile would be something, for example, that maybe I should join a group, you know, or maybe I should go out with the group that I did join because I know they have an event this week, you know, that kind of thing, okay? So that's the kind of energy revolving around this friendship, okay? So it just feels like this is going to be like the bottom line for all of this other stuff to happen. Okay, guys? So it looks like that's going to be an interesting week for you guys with all of that sexuality. That's going to be interesting. Alrighty, so thank you so much for sticking to the end of my video. I love every single one of you guys. It's so great to see the feedback, and you know, keep the comments coming. If you have a suggestion for a pick a card reading, go ahead and tell me. I will put it on my list, and I will do it, okay? I've told a couple of people that I couldn't do their suggestions for whatever reason, and I will tell you if I put it on my list, that means that it's there, I'm gonna do it, okay? But I do have like a lot on my list right now, okay? And I will see you tomorrow with our next pick a card reading.